Hi Bibies and welcome to my channel. My name is CarmiMua. Yes, it's still me. Still holding on strong, ready to start a new thing. There is story time. I've actually enjoyed so much talking about tattoos the other day, and I feel like I'm ready to spice up with more content. I just really love to talk to you. So I set my camera in front of my window lighting, so there is pretty much 0 to 9 stage. I'm also using my old recording camera, so yeah, so you might see there is a little bit of a difference in quality when I do have my studio lighting for tutorials to when I just want to chat. But to be honest with you, I'm just here when I want to talk to you. So hi, how are you doing? I hope you're really well. I hope you are ready, because through this video I'll probably ask you a couple of questions, and if you will want to, if you like, you can just start a conversation and I'll be there just chatting with you. So today's topic is something that some people actually know that's happened, especially if you've been following me for quite some time. I might have mentioned it in maybe a couple of Q&As. But today, today I'm ready to tell you the whole story. Now, let's talk about the day when CarmiMua had a stalker. Now, let me tell you, that sounds fun, that sounds cute, that sounds like, oh my god, so fashionable. It was kind of creepy, and not gonna lie, I had in my old life, 2 stalkers. One was very mild, like it used to kind of come and visit me at my place at work all the time, and always kind of like complimenting me and looking at me. A couple of times I kind of spotted him taking pictures of me. A little bit freaky, but at least it was very humane contact. I still think it was kind of like invading my privacy, but ultimately I moved, and yeah, he just couldn't find me anymore. But there is the story of my very creepy stalker that, let me tell you, is a whole nother story. So I hope you got your drink and your snack, because if Netflix will give me a series, this is probably what I will talk about it. Now, what happened, it was about 3 or 4 years ago. I was still working in retail. I was still working as a makeup artist / consultant. I was out in the public eye. You know, I've enjoyed so much talking to people all my life. I enjoyed so much doing other people's makeup all my life that that was my job, you know, doing people's makeup. Now, this person, my stalker, I think has a thing for me, because he was extra. Okay, I'm gonna try to be very good and avoid mentioning too much on the detail to like recognize this person, as well as when and where, because I just don't want anybody to get into trouble, specifically me. Hello? But I'm gonna tell you about one of incident when it happened that he got removed from the store. And yes, honey, he got removed, because I seriously there was no other option. Okay, back 3 or 4 years ago, I was working in the store. I was just living my life. I was just working as usual. Now, I used to do back-to-back appointments, and it was an appointment-based kind of like studio. So we did have walk-in clients, but most of the time you had to be booked. Now, this guy had this thing about me. I don't know if he liked the fact that I was very flamboyant. I don't know if he liked the fact that I was dressing up. So I know sometimes men do have that pickle fancy, because he always claimed to be straight. And I say straight like this, one, because I don't like labeling people from their sexuality. I don't like labeling people in general. And 2, I'm a man. Like, can you feel me? I couldn't really, like, as much as I try, I'm always a man in makeup, and it's fine, it's cool, like, there is no stigma with that. But anyway, he had this thing about me. Now, because he used to work in the same department store, now figure that out, we were pretty much in a lot of contact. Like, we used to see each other quite a lot. Now, my place of work was actually on even a different floor than his. So you know, the random time that we used to see each other onto like the staff canteen or the staff locker room and everything, it was kind of like it happened. You can't really avoid like communal area. But the start started to be freaky when he started to come to my floor for no reason. Like, he used to come all the way to my floor for no reason except looking at me, taking pictures of me. Yes, another guy that took pictures of me. Honey, I take a lot of pictures of myself. Go to my Instagram. Like, trust and believe, there are plenty of Carmi pictures with better angles, a couple of filters, a little bit of face tune. Just a little bit. But yeah, he used to take pictures of me, and that kind of was already like a little bit of a red flag, especially because it's like, if a customer does that, you can't really complain too much. But if a colleague, like somebody that works in the same department store, takes pictures of you, yes, you can complain. So through all this process and everything, I was pretty vocal with my manager, and I did say, just so you know, Hans, I do have a problem. Like, there is a situation happening. Now, she was very, very aware, because the thing is, this guy started to come directly into the space that I was working. I was about to say performing, and then I was just like, whoa, that's another story. Yes, it is. So what happened is, I told my manager at the time, I was just like, listen, this guy is keep coming, is keep trying to smile to me. When I go on lunch, it kind of follows me places. So I just want you to know that, like, if he asks for me, I just don't want to have a one-on-one consultation. Now, the funny fact, and this is probably going to get a lot of people thinking about it, who it is, and I really hope no one will ever find out, this guy is also somebody that has been on a social life or YouTube kind of thing. So I can't say there is like YouTube famous, because YouTube famous is just somebody with a well-known audience. But that's the thing, is like, it's somebody that wanted to have me on one of his videos. And this was way before I even started making my own channel. I was just a little old me, taking pictures on Instagram, living my life, having the best time. Yeah, so he had this thing, and he asked me once, because I was trying to be polite, you know, like before all this thing got a little bit freaky, I was always just like, hi, you doing all right? Perfect, see ya. Like, you know what I mean? It's like very like polite, but very cold. Like, he knew I had a babe, because one time he asked me, it's like, oh, what are you doing today? And I just said to him, like, oh, you know, I'm seeing my boyfriend, like, we're going out for dinner and everything. It wasn't true, but it was my way to say, yo, sis, I'm taken. You know, it's like, they don't play single lady anymore at my party, because I don't have parties. But anyways, like, I wanted him to know that I was taken. There was no time for him to come to my space, you know. But then he was always say like, oh yeah, I'm going out with this girl. And I'm just like, yes, but why you keep coming for me? Like, Annie, I do not want to be a fetish, you know. Like, I know sometimes I might want to look like a mistress, but clearly I do not want to be a mistress. But anyways, let me not digress, because let me tell you, only this social thing, like only this story could take like 30 series, but I'm only gonna make one video, so I'm gonna try to give you everything that I can. So my manager knew that I did not want to have him on a one-on-one. He used to come at least once a week and ask to have a one-on-one with me. Now, my manager was extremely amazing and extremely polite, and I loved it to bits, because she always declined in a nice way, saying, oh, I'm so sorry, but Carmi is fully booked. I'm so sorry, but this day Carmi is not in. Like, she was keep on making excuses. Now, let me tell you, I was lucky, because a lot of the time I was personally fully booked, but he was not giving up. Like, you know, he started to ask my manager, just like, oh, you know, I don't care, let me know when Carmi is next free, I will be there and everything. So one time she said, oh, you know, I need to double check with Carmi because he had holidays. Oh, I need to check with, like, she was really helping me out. He just did not want to give up. So one day, and that was when everything kind of like broke loose, like heaven in the sky just made a mess. He came to the shop floor, to my shop floor, I was so lucky because I was busy with a client, so I was inside making somebody pretty, you know, like I was giving them life, I was making them comfortable with themselves, I was performing, as I like to say. He just went directly to my manager and he asked, I want to have an appointment with Carmi, you gonna get me an appointment with Carmi? She said, no. She said, you know, I spoke with Carmi. She wanted to cut loose. She was like, you know what, this guy's not going to give up. She said, you know what, I spoke with Carmi. It's not comfortable of you coming, because the thing is, he wanted to come, he wanted me to do his makeup for one of his videos, because what he wanted to do, he wanted to record me. Now, as you can probably see, I've done a lot of videos. I've done like almost 400 videos on my channel. I've done videos for other channels. I collaborated with other people sporadically, but I've done it. I do not mind to being filmed. I'm cool with it. I'm comfortable. But sometimes I like not to be seen, especially by somebody that was a little bit creepy. I'm just like, whoa, why? I don't understand. So he literally said to our manager, oh, you know what, it's cool. Like, I don't even want, like I'm fine if Carmi doesn't want to have his face, but I just want to have like his hands like on my face when he touches me and everything. Now, that was creepy. That made me shiver. That I was just like, when she told me, I was just like, was he expecting me to touch him? No, thank you. Like, I felt like the Hobbit when he says, like, this is my treasure. Like, no, I literally was just like, heck to the no, I'm not touching this person. I do not want to be anywhere near him. But anyways, she was just like, Carmi does not want to have an appointment with you. She said that she broke loose. She said, listen, this is not happening. He started to put up a fit. And that's the thing, is like, this was his place of work. So he started to like shout at my manager, say like, oh, this is so disrespectful. I want to pay. This is the service. This is what you're going to give me. You're so rude and everything. I could hear absolutely everything, because let me tell you, the studio where I was working wasn't too big, and the level of the floor there I was kind of like a quiet level, so you could hear absolutely everything. And that was me just like putting on makeup on this girl. I'm just like, shh, girl, like, I'll do your eyeliner the way you want it, but shh, let me hear this. And I was trying to like hear and everything, because I was like, I need to make sure that like everybody's fine. Long story short, it was putting up so much of a fuss and so much of a big scene. Security came. The store security came to just make sure everything was fine. And he asked, is everything okay, guys? Like, why is there shouting on the shop floor? That's something that should not be happening in any shop floor, from two people that like customer will believe their colleagues, as well as it was like a very good known department, so like more prestige. Long story short, they had to remove him from my floor. They had to take him away from my floor, back to the locker, and they took away the permission, the store approval. There is this thing here in the UK, I don't know if there are in every other country, because I only worked in like retail, like luxury retail, whatever, here in the UK. But there is like a store approval where not only like the brand that you're working for need to love and have you, but also the store need to be cool for the way you are. You have to, at the end of the day, you represent the store. Once you lose your store approval, you are not welcome to work there anymore. So even if you were still employed by the concession, so the actual like place where he was working, it was not welcome anymore by the store. And I felt really bad, because I didn't want to go and escalate that bad. However, it kind of made his own bad. Like the father is like shouting and start to say to my manager how unfair he was. That kind of made to a problem, and then they start to have like more of a chat and everything. So they actually removed his store approval, and he ended up working again with the same brand but in another store. Have I seen him ever again? Yes, I did, because I actually ended up walking into another store to say hi to other friends of mine. Because the thing is, let me tell you something, in retail and makeup industry, it's very, very small. Like everyone knows everybody. So I just went and said hi to my friend, and as I walked in, I saw him and he saw me, and he was just happy as Larry, like he literally was so smiling and everything. And I was just like, why am I here? why am I here? So yeah, it was a little bit freaky. There were a couple of the incident when on my lunchtime it was like following me and everything. But you know, when somebody think about like, oh my god, I have a stalker, oh my god, people love me. No, it's always not right when somebody like they take away your space. You need to feel safe, you need to feel okay. He asked me many times where I was living, where did I live, where I was going home and everything. And a few times I had to kind of like move away from my route because I knew that he was following me. I could actually physically see him, that he was following me, and I did not want him to know where I was living because I just wanted to be safe. You know, it's like at the end of the day, we all want to be safe. So the thing is, I might try to make this story a little bit uplifting. I might made you laugh, might made you feel like, oh my god, this is so weird and everything. However, I do want to kind of conclude this very quick story time by saying, if you ever feel like in danger, if you ever feel like somebody is taking away your personal space, you could possibly be hurt in any way, physical, mentally, like absolutely anything, don't hesitate to speak up. I'm a big man and I still had to have somebody to help me, and I have not have any problems with ask my manager at the time to help me, to say, listen, I need you to help me to do this. So that's kind of the end of my story. I do want to stress you out that if you do feel in any shape or form in danger, you need to seek for help. It's absolutely fine. It happens to everybody. I feel like sometimes stalker, they do kind of get like an obsession about somebody. They don't understand, I believe, that they can hurt somebody, they can feel threatened, but it does happen, and I just want you to know that you need to speak up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it was super random. I know starting a story time with a stalker video might be a little bit of a push. Also, it's getting dark outside, so maybe I look two different colors, but hey ho, this is just me. This is just Carmi. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments below if you want me to make more story time. If you haven't had an experience, if you haven't heard of an experience, if you haven't speaked out, please leave comments and let's just try to kind of have a happy conversation all together. And always remember, like if you like, hate if you hate, and until next time, you're welcome.